my first camp at Calgary, because I had signed with Calgary the year before, midway through the season. I finished a year in St. John. We went to the Calder Cup final. We lost against Philly. The whole staff was watching us because Calgary was not in the playoff. I led the team in scoring throughout that playoff stretch. It really set me up to make that team out of camp. And I made that team out of camp the following year. And I get sent down like a month in, and I go down, I get called up, I go down, I get a concussion. I only played 50 games. I had 60-something points in the minors, and I led the team in scoring with only playing 50 games. And the following year, I go to camp, and I'm one of the first cuts. They cut me. So a week, I don't even get a game. No, maybe I got one game. I can't remember. Anyway, it was quick. And I remember Brian Sutter was in the office, and he had me, Jeff Cowan, and Sergei Varlamov, I believe. And at the same time, he cut us at the same time. He says, "All right, you guys are going down. All right, have anything to say?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And I says, "Do you mind if these guys leave?" So Jeff and Sergey leave, and I'm like, I said, "I don't understand." I said, "Last year, these guys voted me the MVP of that team. All my team, my American League teammate, they thought I was the best player there. And I'm first cut." So, and he doesn't really know what to say. I kind of put him on his. I said, "I tell you what," I said, "I hope you guys don't call me up this year. I want a full season in the American League. I want to lead the league in scoring, and I'm going to." Columbus and Minnesota was coming in, right? When did Columbus? Yeah, Columbus and Minnesota in 2000, right? That's when they came.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the GM gets a whiff that I'm upset. Nick, Al Coates and Nick, and I go up to their office upstairs and I talk to them. And I tell them the same thing: "Don't call me up. I'm going to go lead the league in scoring. I want a full season." Like I was, I was okay not playing in the NHL for a full year and just really digging in and get after it. And I go down there after 15 games, I got 15 goals, 26 points. I'm leading the league in scoring, and they call me up. So I go up there. It's kind of funny, but I go up there, and now I'm playing on the third line, and I'm not playing power play. I'm killing penalties. And when your job is to kill penalties and to play against the team's top two lines sometime, like your role change, your mind change. It's not the same game. It's a lot different going to the rink trying to get 1-on-1, or go in the rink and trying to keep the puck out of your net. It's a big difference mentally. So I learned to kill penalties, and I learned to check. And when I was in my prime as an offensive guy, I still killed penalty. One year I led the league in shorthanded goals, and I would be on the ice at the end of the game, whether we were down a goal or up a goal. And that was great. Like, I don't think I would have been that if I didn't go through that, because I ended up playing, 56 games that year in Calgary. And, I stayed the rest. They called me up after the 15 games of mine. I stayed the rest of the way, but really, really attacked a part of my game that I never knew was important. And it was great for my development. And I love Brian, Al, Nick Polano. Like, those guys were great. And unfortunately, everybody got fired after that year, and that's how I ended up in Tampa. Like, nobody could. Vouch for a 5'8" defensive forward who had 3 goals and 2 in one game in 56 games.